building on efforts and experiences and first two assemblies, and supported by a relatively experienced staff that have benefited from some capacity development and trained on matters related to effective functioning of these assemblies. Mr. Speaker, as elected leaders, me included, we must be alive to the reality that the infant stage of our devolution is now over. We have no excuse. The people of Kenya in general, and the people of Kakamega in particular, expect and want to see and feel tangible deliverables. That is what they expect. You can do anything else outside that framework, but young people, 21 years ago, when I started my journey, some of you are in primary school. I was where you are today. But I've built on experience to know that serving people is not easy. I will therefore do anything possible to help you to succeed. Because my Kotijana Omar, George Welling Accountant, they build the backbone of steel that has helped me in these 21 years that I've successfully served the Republic of Kenya. It is therefore an expectation that the people of Kakamega County will want this county assembly to discharge its constitutional mandate and help it to realize service delivery. Nothing short. As you are aware, Article 66, Article 2 of the Constitution of Kenya provides that county governments and national governments are at different levels that are distinct, but which are interdependent and which shall conduct their businesses on a mutual basis, but on the basis of consultation and cooperation. I would like it to occur to you after this address that any time this county assembly is not discharging its business in cooperation with the national government, we lose. But when we cooperate with the national government, we gain. When I was in the Speaker's office, you are leader of the majority and minority. They have told me that you have a problem of A, the hand side. With the kind of money that I see coming into Kakamega County, and the way, Mr. Speaker, I see that budget being managed, I can very well assure you that if I don't do something about it, 5 years from now, the next senator of Kakamega will still be talking about the old, outdated Hansard. But if we cooperate with the national government, we'll unlock and we shall have an answer here. Mr. Speaker, sir, Article 96 of the Constitution clearly stipulates the role of the Senate. The Senate represents and serves to protect the interests of the counties and their county government. It participates in passing legislation concerning counties and determines the allocation of national revenue amongst counties. In addition, the Senate plays a pivotal role in determining the allocation of national revenue and oversight over the same between the two levels of government through enactment of the annual division of revenue bill and amongst counties through the county allocation of revenue bill, as well as the County Additional Allocation of Revenue Act. The Constitution also bestows the Senate the unique responsibility to participate in the oversight of officers. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable members, if you do not have a robust Senate, there'll be no money in Kakamega. If you do not have a vibrant senator, there'll be money in Kakamega, but in amounts that do not reflect what we decide. I was shocked that the county government of Kakamega had been denied additional revenue, and in a record 3 weeks, when we were in the Senate, we unlocked it and I delivered to His Excellency, our governor, 892 million shillings, 975,000. That is why a robust senator, a hard-working, committed senator, is a must for our county. We will always not be there. And even when we shall be there, we will not always not be this Senate. May it occur to you that just like Malala sat where you are and he became a senator, you can become a senator and much more. Let us commit ourselves to serving our people instead of pursuing personal goals for personal advancement and their families. Honorable Speaker, it is my expectation that these honorable members in this assembly will accord similar premium to this responsibility as a primary reason for the assembly's existence. Devolution is about promoting and entrenching grassroots democracy, giving the people power to exercise, which is crucial in the realization of Vision 2030 of sustainable development goals and government's bottom-up agenda. This occasion will, among other imperatives, enhance and deepen our commitment and working relationship that is constitutionally designed for mutual benefit for this assembly and the county senator's office in delivering public service. My office is a walking distance from me. Find time to know where I'm located. Find time to keep me busy because I can deliver. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the just concluded recruitment of teachers, each one of our sub-counties got a paltry 5, 6, 7 teachers to hire. But thanks to our fellowship with the National Cabinet, I'm glad to announce that we were able to grow that number. And all the elected members of Parliament, I invited those who can, they submitted people who we recruited. Had you known the office of the senator, you would have had an opportunity to bring the name of your wife, the name of your brother, the name of your husband, the name of your relative, the name of your friend. That is the development that I want to see in Kakamega. When my time will be up, we want to live empowered people who will say, if it was not for Honorable Mahali, I would never have gotten a destiny. Mr. Speaker, sir, devolution remains the most significant contributor to our country's growth, as it has opened up the most rural and marginalized parts of our country, as well as improved healthcare system, agricultural services, early childhood education, and so on. To the reverse, which is inequalities, the 2010 Constitution lays a foundation of a shift in the distribution of income that favor poorer people, strengthening of labor markets, and increased access to healthcare, education, water, and sanitation. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud that within the past 100 days, we have opened up our airport as an airstrip. But arising from public participation in Shinyalu constituency, we are now in the budget 2023-2024 budget for upgrading our airstrip into an international airport. Yesterday, I came from the office of the minister responsible, the Honorable Kipchumba. 2 days earlier, I've been at State House to consult with the President. And the airport has not only been marked into the budget, but we've been also left with a responsibility. I want to appeal to all of you through Honorable Shirosio, the MP from the MCA from Rana. We move a motion here so that this house resolves that up to around 200 acres be recovered from Shikusa public land, so that the 97 families at the Wichita area in Mranda can be moved. And once that resolution is made, I will ensure that funds are brought for those families to be settled in that area, including Honorable Ikana putting up an ultra-modern primary school to accommodate that community. Let us move together. That airport is going to be a game changer. It will now grow our own source revenue that you collect here from tourism. It's going to grow our own revenue from taxis that we ply between the airport and the city center. It's going to grow the hospitality in this city of Kakamega, so that 2 or more 5-star hotels will be put up. In the process, we will create jobs for our children. That is what our lives should mean. We cannot, honorable members, be still hoping to become rich by relying on maize from Lugari and Linguyani and sugarcane from Mias, knowing very well that the land that used to produce milk and maize in Luguyani has since been subdivided into portions that cannot make serious contribution to the economy. It's got to be innovative. I'm glad, ladies and gentlemen, that in the same 100 days, the beautiful idea by Governor Parra of starting this huge hospital has now been taken over by the national government, and the President has not only accepted and has become the Chancellor of Masinde Muliro University of Kakamega, but he has also commissioned so that our hospital becomes a teaching and referral hospital run by the University of Masinde Muliro School of Medicine. And the county government of Kakamega, never again shall our people die in endurance. If they must die, let them die at home in our own teaching and referral. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not the best, but there are some few things you can copy from me. Please, copy from me. I believe that there is a difference between what is ours and what is mine. We have a lot of private land here, which is owned by crooks. They call it theirs when it is actually public land. The President has decreed anybody in this city of Kakamega who is on land which is not ancestral, or which he cannot explain how he got it, that land we are taking away from him and giving it to investors to invest to create opportunities. I'm inviting all of you to join me in this journey. It's a beautiful job. Obama had good ideas, but probably the county assembly didn't move with him. If he had moved with him, ladies and gentlemen, the whole stadium today is complete. It's not. If he had moved with him, Shahidi Hospital engineering would be complete. It's not. If, I'm not saying you, I'm saying the previous assembly. If you had moved with him, today, Kakamega market would be complete. Today, Mumias Hospital, which ended up being an institution for COVID patients, would be complete. Ladies and gentlemen, it takes men and women who love the poor to change communities, and you're the people. I'm going to free you from being captives of Barasa. I'm going to free you from being captives of the executive. Money for the assembly will get away with your account. Because when it goes into the account of the governor, he then says this money which was meant for travel for county assembly is not being used on a prime issue. Let us reallocate the money. Traveling of honorable members is important. Yes. It opens you. You know more. You realize how lucky you are compared, for example, other counties and other countries. Mr. Speaker, sir, Article 202, Article 1 of the Constitution provides that the revenue raised nationally shall be shared equitably among the national and county governments. The Senate divides these national revenues among governments and amongst county governments through the County Allocation of Revenue Act and the county government through Additional Allocation Act. Article 202, Article 2, further states that counties may be given additional allocations from the national government share of revenue, either conditionally or unconditionally. That one, if while you'll be discussing this speech, if the speaker allows you, I want you to hold into account. Because in my first 5 years as your senator, money was hitting the account in Kakamega at or on the 15th day of the month. When I saw governors now carry tweets and start walking demanding that Hakiyetu, I knew Senate had died. We must go back to where Senator Uhuru.Raila was sitting in Kakamega knowing that money is hitting the account. I say Governor Uhuru.Raila. Maybe in the future he might become a senator. Would you be surprised? No, because the former senator of Mandela, Governor Ali Roba, is the senator of Mandela. Senator Mandela. Yes. The former governor of Washington is the senator of Washington. Things change. Even for Liva Omoni, senator of the first Senate, is today an MCA in the county assembly of Kakamega. Things change. It is usually very easy to see her because she has a beautiful face. Yes. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, from 2013 to 2017, the governor has presided over a whooping 150 billion shillings. Over. As you walk in Likuyani, in Lugari, and in Malaba, those 3 constituencies with flat terrain. How does it please you that a 10-year-old is carrying a kibuyu looking for water. And yet, once upon a time, in a period of 10 years, there was in excess of 150 billion shillings that could have just set aside 2 to 300 million shillings, and you pipe the entire Uganda and pipe the entire Luganda. This county assembly must insist every day, Mr. Speaker, sir, there is no water in my ward. The Committee of Finance, every day. You should combat the governor, combat the chief officers, combat the CEC, also known as minister, to show you where in the budget water meant for your area is. Avoid the temptation of being captured. You can avoid being captured and be rich, or refuse to be captured and be not poor. Be alive and proud because you are working with people who are veterans. Every day you find it difficult to sleep in your home, and there are many such days. Know that the people around you need you even more. I'm probably the only senior politician in this country. Yes, not probably. I am the only senior politician in this country who does not live in the city of Nairobi and who doesn't live in the city of Kakamega. I live in the village in Marina. And for that reason, I know how you suffer. The people who come to my home every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday come to your homes from Monday to Monday. So you need money. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to break a cardinal rule of parliament that you don't mix language. But this is a rare occasion. Wakati unakubali kubangwa, wakikupanga, wanakupanga kwa siku moja, pengine mnaenda kwa hafla fulani. Then the balance of the 6 days, you're stuck with those villagers. Wakikupanga, you forget that they are having 150 billion shillings that would have helped you people. Let us move together. I'm not a threat to you. I'm not a threat to any Luya politician. That's why I stood down my ambition to run for Senate, for governor, and allowed a youth to have a chance. Because I'm not greedy for power. I believe I can serve in the office of governor, office of senator, and yes, office of the deputy president, and office of the president of Kenya, because I'm competent. But that does not mean you make it look like it's a matter of life and death, the last however. Let others step forward if they will do it for us. Young people, it's my Kijana Wamanga who taught me that in politics, when you walk behind somebody, when you step back and walk behind somebody, you are stronger than that person who is ahead of you. Ask him how. He told me, now when you are ready, you want to take over. The pertinent question we need to ask ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, is, are we satisfied that all these funds that have come to this county have been put into optimal use and prudently so? Have our people received commensurate quality service delivery? Can we do better? If so, what intervention can we put in place at individual or institutional levels? How well have we played our collective responsibility in monitoring the use of these funds? Mr. Speaker, I urge this Assembly to take note of the funds channeled to the county and serve as the first level of oversight over the same. I'm so pleased with the leader of the majority, Honorable Maina. He has challenged me today and said he's been in Public Accounts Committee and he's not seeing the use. It is sad. Now, Maina, you have come of age. We need to arrest people. We need to sack people. You saw the other day, the MCS of Meru, they wanted to sack their governor. No nonsense. But they did it prematurely. Once you have that aura, hata kama mtu anataka kupanga, hata kupanga na 10, hata kupanga na 20, just think twice. Hata kupanga vizuri. I ask this assembly, ladies and gentlemen, to take me seriously. It is in the Bible, Mr. Speaker, where we are told that a prophet is not always acknowledged at home. I urge you, young people, take advantage of my capabilities, of the respect I enjoy in this country, of the latitude that I have, so that we develop a bit faster as Kakamega County. If we put a little bit more pressure on Governor Barasa, he will lose weight, the blood pressure will go up a little bit, he will start swallowing antacids, but in the process, development will be at the doorstep. And he doesn't have to be your enemy. Why? You do not have to insult him. He's your brother. But you must know when to ask why, how, what, and what for. Mr. Speaker, Article 209 of the Constitution empowers county governments to raise revenue by imposing taxes in specific circumstances, but unfortunately, most county governments, including Kakamega County, have not been able to attain yearly revenue targets. This has led to the situation where counties become heavily or solely dependent on the allocation from its share of the national government revenue. Cases of pending bills continue to be witnessed as a result of revenue shortfalls. The county assembly must know exactly what is realized as on-source revenue reported in Kakamega as a paltry 1,230,000,000. Kakamega is not Lucia. Kakamega is not Ngoma. Kakamega is not Liga. Kakamega is not Chitale. Kakamega is the commercial capital of the area. It must at any one time raise not less than 2.5 billion shillings. The money is raised, but what wanagawana? They don't report. They don't report the revenue that is collected. And if this county assembly is not going to ask those questions of what, why, and how, and what for, people will continue becoming richer and richer. When you will be discussing my speech, if you do, I want one of you to put on record the salary of a CEC, and the salary of a chief of staff, and the salary of the PA of the governor. Ni pesa kidogo, lakini wanafanya vitu vikubwa, vikubwa sana. Hiyo pesa ya kufanya vitu vikubwa ndio hii on source revenue. Stand up with it. Otito, stand up with it. I'm using Otito because he's one honorable member who has sacrificed some of his personal resources to do little things for our people. Before you use yours, also make sure all revenue is used. Why would you allow 5 border borders at Equity Bank to be harassed by those askaris? They collect, they take away the pickets, They follow them, each one gives 3,000, that is 15,000. And the guy uses that money in the evening to go and tune guns. It should pain you. It should pain you. My personal assistant, not personal assistant, my assistant manager, office manager, last week, he punched an askari who was arresting him for the border. So quickly, he was arrested. And when the commander was told the story, the askari has been punished. Mr. Speaker, as an assembly, all members, you need to interrogate the draft Treasury proposed county enhancement revenue policy, which is meant to help county governments enhance on-source revenue. In addition, you need to re-examine the revenue potential estimates proposal made by CC Finance on whether the estimates presented to the Assembly are realistic and why we have not been able to realize set revenue targets. You also need to examine pending bills to establish the veracity and help clearing of these pending bills. Football kakamega. We know that our 3 brothers died out of heart attack because of pending bills. Some of you, I was with you in their burials in Mumias. They had borrowed, they had delivered services, they were not paid, the banks came onto them, and they died one by one. So, this county assembly must establish what are the pending bills. Why are we not paying the people? This county assembly must make sure that everybody becomes a millionaire out of the millions for construction. You cannot allow one little illiterate boy, Kosh Manuel, to be enjoying all the businesses and not sharing with other people. Then you're failing our people. Some of them are the ones who are giving me money to campaign. The moment you see people don't give you money to campaign, ordinary people, it means they don't see in you somebody who represents them. I can name them Odinga, I can name them Bob Luther, I can name them John of. Then they give money because they know we push their things. Let's push. If money is there, let us share. If it is a lot, what to ship it? Kama ni kidogo, ukaone mshukuru. As a gentleman, corruption has delivered on one thing. It has bedeviled our country, both at the national and county levels. Scandal after scandal has emerged and threatens to tear our country apart. As primary oversight institution, you, honorable members, have the crucial and critical role in ensuring prudent financial management in our county and in the process remove the temptations of being a country to corrupt practices. I come from and live in Ilesi ward of Shinyalu constituency. And I can take you to land which was bought, meant to build an ECD. It is now owned by an officer. We should call out all these corrupt practices. I'm going to come closer and closer to you. Starting from tomorrow, I want to meet you in smaller groups so that you understand me, so that you know me better, so that we eat with you and pray together. I'll start with my home MCS. When I'm through with them, I'll go to the next and the next small groups. You tell me your own unique experiences. Otherwise, if I don't prepare you, when you lose office, you'll be on the streets there borrowing 5,000 shillings because umekusha. You need a bigger brother to guide you in the journey of politics. There's an MCA called Peter Marawa. He will tell you, when I'm doing most with you, it hurts for me. There's an MCA here called Mahel. He will tell you this. There's an MCA called Arcadius BI. Arcadius BI, you must work. You should be the ward, the four of you. You should be the wards that produces the highest amount of on-source revenue. Because of gold mining. Those people we bury every weekend, they die and go back because there is wealth down there. And all the MCS have no idea how much money is coming out of that place. You have left those children exposed. I have my brother's son who loves gold mining. He makes 30,000 shillings a week. So if the boy who is mining is making 30,000, how about the guy who owns the mine? That those people should pay revenue that will improve the lives of our people in Kakamega. Gold mining has far much more wealth than sugarcane farming in Mumias, dairy farming and maize farming in the scheme. I want to see the Kakamega County Gold Mining Act. You use it to tie these people so that Somalis, Tanzanians, there are Tanzanians in my place. In fact, some of them are in my shops. So that they pay us. They just don't run away with that word. That you can only do using a law. Turkanas, and with due respect to them, in terms of literacy levels, the cases you are here, a teacher of many years, you know that our literacy level is very high. But then you cannot play with their oil. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to increase our spending capacity on development projects for benefit of our people, we need to strive for financial independence of this county assembly. Mr. Speaker, when efforts to attract investments, the assembly needs to work closely with the county executive to attract high-value investors for the benefit of the people of Kakamega. The starting point for creating an enabling environment in investment is to provide adequate social amenities such as water, health facilities, land, and good access roads as provided for in the Constitution. It must concern this county assembly that no new investors are documented in the last 10 years. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the few counties in Kenya which has never had an investment conference to showcase gold mining, to showcase the opportunities that are there in tourism. If you have had an investment conference, for example, ladies and gentlemen, this prison would not be still here. An investor will come, build more hostels for this prison in Shikusa, and instead we allow them to put here a 5-star hotel. But it is still there. Or we can make it a commercial center. This assembly must make a resolution that this prison should leave city center and go to Shikusa, so that we open it up for investment. Ladies and gentlemen, I urge honorable members of this House to take the lead in interrogation and review of County Integrated Development Plan as said above. Kakamega County is one of those regions considered as the food granary of Kenya, with our main produce being maize from Lugari, Likuyani, and Malava, parts of Shinyalu, and Mutaho in Ikoromani. You must specifically support this. Oparanya, Governor, His Excellency had wonderful ideas about subsidized fertilizer. You all know, Honorable Joyce, that when you went to a shop in Shebehe, you would find somebody selling that fertilizer. So the governor doing it alone, he cannot succeed. We must all work as a team. Ladies and gentlemen, initiatives aimed at reducing the post-harvest losses require your support. Efforts aimed at capacity building and financing, cultivating of good working relationship between yourselves and the county executive arm in investing heavily in securing our water towers and riparian ecosystems to harvest and sustainably exploit the potential of our diverse water resources are vital. I was surprised that UNDP and His Excellency the President commissioned a project of 117 kilometers of electric fence around Kakamega Forest. And you guys were not there. I was shocked. The only MCs who were there were, I think it was Shirosio, yes, Wako, but we were there, isn't it? No, wait, I saw it. Then I saw Chief Kejero and so the local MCs. That forest is the reason why we are having rains today when the rest of the country is dry. That forest is a gold mine. We must protect the water towers, and I've told the President that that initiative should not stop there. We should go and fence Lugari Forest. We should go and fence Malaba Forest. We should go and fence Bunyana Forest. We should go to Kisero and fence the forest on the Mount Mesango. It is Mesango in Kisero, and in Dago we call it Shakule. So that we protect our water towers, we do not have drought in this area. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no doubt that this assembly can protect our farmers on the so-called post-harvest process. If this assembly makes up its mind, push the governor puts up an investment conference, investors will put here a maize milling plant. That will cut the post-harvest process by 90%. I also propose to that this county engages with the national government on how to ensure national resources available in a county are harnessed for the benefit of our economy. The county should streamline and mainstream the activities of artisanal miners, mainly gold mining, as I say in command. As much as it is paramount that I emphasize my role as Senator in lobbying for increased share of revenue allocation to Kakamega County, it is equally important by the same breath to highlight the role of the Senate under Article 96 of Article 3 to exercise oversight over the national revenue allocated to these county governments. This is a role I solemnly take. Many counties, including Kakamega County, accumulated massive debts in form of unpaid bills, most of which are owed to micro, small, and medium enterprises, owned by vulnerable women, youth, and people living with disabilities. They rely on us. That's why they vote for us. Ladies and gentlemen, the county executive needs to explore options on consultation with the national government on alternative sources of funds or on creative payment plans in order to pay off these debts. Being aware of its impact on local businesses, I intend
to firmly perform my constitutional responsibility of exercising effective oversight over the administration of revenue allocated to Kakamega County. You should know that under the Public Finance Management Act, aka DSM Act, there can be nothing like a pending bill, because governors are supposed to only implement projects for which they have a budget. The moment a project starts being implemented and you see a pending bill, it means the money in the budget, which was meant to pay that contractor, inaenda kwa story ingine ya kibinafsi, either to the CEC or the governor himself. You must protect our contractors. I hear some of you don't like them because they will be your competitors in 2027. This assembly is constitutionally mandated and empowered to exercise oversight over the function of the county executive, including its organs, and also to exercise oversight over county spending by approving the county budget and expenditure. And this exercise does not simply end with going through some accounting books and annual or periodic audits. Mr. Speaker, these are duties and responsibility explicitly stipulated in Article 185 of the Constitution of Kenya and Section 8 of the County Governments Act. I emphasize this role not because the honorable members who are here are not aware of it, but because it is a critical duty that is particularly important for creating an environment of transparency and accountability in the administration of county funds. Budget tracking by requiring periodic progress and evaluation reports in project and program implementation is important and necessary. I want to see the Committee of Agriculture in Tumbeni trying to find out why is the milk plant not up and going. I want to see the Committee of Sports at Uhuru Stadium. I was there recently, and we pushed them a little bit. They put the projects for us. As a Speaker, sir, I pledge my support to this assembly in this regard, and I put at your disposal my office so that we can collaborate and work together in ensuring that our people's resources are utilized solely for the purposes contemplated in law, and that there is accountability and transparency in the process. Entrenching good governance in public service requires selfless effort and determination by leaders, as well as patriotism and sense of obligation by citizens. In politics, the voters often long for virtuous qualities such as truthfulness that goes beyond words. A government that truly represents its people will require a different kind of politics that reflect our lives. In essence, we must do things differently from the years gone by if we are to make that difference in the lives of the people of Kakamega. May I also take this responsible opportunity to urge members of the public to exercise their rights under Article 119 of the Constitution to petition the Senate on any matter regarding the operations of county government in general. Members of the County Assembly too can do so individually or as a group and petition me or petition the Senate in the same way. It is my hope that vigorous engagement with the public will enhance public participation in management of the affairs of the county, which underpins, Mr. Speaker, our Constitution. Finally, but not least, Mr. Speaker, I urge honorable members here present to work closely with the Senate as you build necessary capacity to discharge your mandate. The Senate committees are willing and ready to work with your committees and share skills and information as appropriate. Mr. Speaker, sir, I feel truly privileged and honored for this opportunity to address you, our distinguished assembly. I hope this marks the beginning of an effective collaboration between me and you, between this county assembly and the Senate and the national government, and a dedicated service to the people of Kakamega County. I table this speech for further deliberation by the assembly. I thank you all. Muriom Naman. I have also brought with me a brief on the county budget for the financial year 2021-2022 and 2022-2023. Nothing new, but compressed. Because I know honorable members, you are very busy. Sometimes you don't have time to go and do research. I have a research officer at my office. He has summarized this. They'll make photocopies. You go through it so that you know how the money is moving in the county government from Oparanya to Barasa. Thank you very much. I love you.